Most people think of flowers as gift, temporary, passive, delicate, but Azuma Makoto treats them as a riot differently. He's a punk musician who sends flowers to space or in ice or in different environments where you don't see flowers usually. And why he does that? Because beauty is not just about blooming, it's about the struggle against decay. I'm Selma and I'm 24 and I'm obsessed with this level of obsession. I first came to the knowledge of Azuma Makoto as an artist when I saw a reel on Instagram, and then I started to search for a documentary, and I'm gonna put the link here below if you want to watch it as well because it's so inspiring. If he can turn a flower into a high fashion statement for Dior, Fendi or Hermes, why can't we use our tools in our generation such as AI to create even more beautiful ideas and creative processes? To also push ourselves even further. I saw his documentary about a year ago, and it completely shifted my perspective on career because he didn't choose his path, he carved one. And because he just had this admiration for flowers, even before when he was a musician, he felt this strong connection to continue into this direction, and he doesn't just send flowers or prepares bouquet of flowers, but what he does is that he completely transforms them into botanical sculptures, and he wants to see flowers in their poetic environment. And when you see his sculptures on ice, like to see a bonsai on ice, or also to see flowers sent to space, like how do they react, how do they respond to this input? And they are both beautiful in each of their state. He works with important brands and marks because he doesn't compromise his vision, and that's a dream, right? To have your weirdest passion become a dream and also become a source of income. My current obsession instead is the Amazonica Victoria leaf. It's a giant masterpiece. I first read about this flower in a book, and for those of you who may not know what this flower is, in the 19th century, a designer called Joseph Paxton got inspired by its leaf properties to design the Crystal Paris for the Great Exhibition in London, which was made of glass and cast iron. And when people got in touch with his idea and saw the beautiful masterpiece of this flower, everyone wanted to have this flower at home, but it's not that simple to raise this flower. The Victoria Amazonica is a perfect blend of extreme rigidity, flexibility. It has giant dimensions, and it can carry the weight of a child because of the veins and how the growth patterns work, because the weight is distributed evenly in each part, so it can carry weight. I wanted to collaborate with its DNA using AI and see what I can get from it. What structure can I create? What product can I create? What idea comes to my mind? I started asking AI a lot of questions, starting from if this Victoria Amazonica leaf inspired architecture installations using modern polymers, what would its growth pattern look like? Because I didn't want just a copy, I want an evolution. So we looked at materials, carbon fibers, reinforced bio that somehow mimics photosynthesis. And I asked AI also, what are all the properties that this leaf has with all the information that AI has about this plant, and how can I apply it into a product in the future that can help or that can come to need for a better life, for a better style of life, but also for the beauty. Once I had all my informations written down, then I started thinking if I could make a product, a design product as a chair, following and getting inspired by the plants, how the plant leaf works. But I wasn't completely satisfied with the result. There were a couple of results that I tried with different AI tools, such as Love Art AI, Crea AI, Nano Banana Pro. And I kind of liked this result better. I think it was more accurate about how I wanted it, but still it didn't feel that comfortable, even though the materials were studied to be comfortable. But in appearance, it didn't seem like it. And then I started thinking, since the exhibitions before, such as the Great Exhibition, there was this giant structure, like little palace, that people were really happy to go to look at the innovations there. But now it's not the same time, right? Now we have come in a time where everything is online, where you can, when different expos in the world are gathering all the international artists, and it's not viewed as the same time as before. So I was thinking, what if I create an artistic installation getting inspired by this flower, applying its own characteristics into this water lily installation. And here AI once again listed everything that I was talking with him as if I was talking to a colleague designer. Because that's what AI is serving for, right? Just to get you more informed about things that once required a lot of time and a lot of knowledge in different fields to create it. But now it's even more accessible and your ideas can come to life more easily. And I tried a couple of results, also asking if I can put this as the Azuma Makoto philosophy. So put the flower in an environment where it usually doesn't belong to see how it would react, how it would respond, and what's his physical appearance and how does it react. And that's the beauty also in it, right? To see all these transformative changes. And first, the result was at in Rome, in the river of in Tevere River, but there the water is polluted. So I asked him what if I could do it in a team lab way. For those of you who don't know, it's there are great artists and it's a beautiful museum using different technologies, immersive experiences. So it created something similar to that, also with all the informations on how to create with the same properties, growing the water lily in the middle. With using panels, using projections, and materials that were sustainable. So yeah, I enjoyed a lot this process of creating with AI and having a conversation with him about my idea and how would it be, how it can be created or projected in the future if I want to create something like that. And I have to say it's really interesting because you get to learn a lot more. You get to push yourself a lot more into your ideas because, for example, the first time that I did the chair that AI generated the image of the chair, then I was able to have this other idea, and I have so many other ideas as well. But this is just to get inspired by designers and also experiment with different AI tools so I can get better and improve also in prompting, also in how to ask AI in order to have better performed generated images or videos. And let's be honest, in 2026 that we are now, Happy New Year everyone, a degree is just a piece of paper, and this is actually my CV for real. And a lot of people may ask, why are you doing this instead of searching for a job application for designer jobs? But then I think also Azuma Makoto didn't wait for a flower shop to hire him to send flowers to space. He found his own path. And I mean, he just did it. So my skill, my thoughts, I'm sure that they're going to bring me somewhere. And I have this direction. So let's see where it turns out to, where it brings me. Because if I have a vision, the tools, the AI tools, are just a bridge that can help you go into that vision and create it. Nature for sure is the ultimate designer, but we are, as humans, the ultimate iterator. So what I mean is, don't wait for the experience to find you. You create one yourself. And I'm also curious, what do you also think about this AI nature hybrid? Do you think it's still art, even though a machine is creating its ribbing? Let's argue in the comments below, and subscribe if you're building your path too. Thanks again, and see you next time.